Welcome back to a screencast for LSSL 5380 for Summer 1 and for Summer 2 in the 2014 academic year. This is Dr. Lassane, and what I want to do in this screencast is go over one of the options you have for the seminar this summer. That's the nonfiction option, and it has 3 assignments tied to it, as do most of the options that you have for the summer. And I thought I'd go over with you and then also give you the due dates for Summer 1 and Summer 2. This information is listed at Live Binders already, so we'll take a look at that in just a few minutes. For nonfiction, you have 3 assignments. The first is to do an annotated bibliography. What are you annotating? Well, you're going to read 20 works of nonfiction from the Seibert, Orbis Pictus, notable trade books in the social studies, notable trade books in the science, and or the YALSA Excellence in Nonfiction Award. The books, all 20 of them, must have a copyright of 2012 or later. So I want things from the newest list, and please give me an assortment of books. So don't read all books from one particular list like the social studies or the science list. Instead, give me titles that are located on different lists. So the first thing you need to do is to round up the books and do some reading. Then, after you've read the books or as you're reading the book, you need to create an annotation for each one. Each annotation may have no more than 150 words, so it's got to be pretty short. If you've taken children's or young adult literature, and you should have if you're doing the master's seminar, then you already know how to write a brief annotation. If you've not taken these classes, please holler at me and let me know, and I'll put up another screencast that will help you. Make sure that as you're doing the bibliographic citation for each of the books, you use APA format, and you can go online and find that. You can go to BibMe, and it will actually put it into that format for you. Then after you write your annotation, which is a short summary as well as some indication of what you thought about the book, you're to include 2 things. First, the reading requirement this book meets. So was it on the Seibert, the Orbis Pictus, notable trade books? Which list was it on and what year of that list? And then after that, list at least 2 TEKS objectives that could be met using the book with an explanation of how the book accomplishes this. The TEKS can be in English language arts, but they could also be in social studies, in science, in math. That's totally up to you. This kind of gives you a jump start on how you're going to be using these books down the line. That's the first assignment. The second assignment is to create a presentation, and you can use PowerPoint, Prezi, Haiku Deck, or any other app that you like for doing presentations. Decide on a selected audience of students. So are you working with 3rd graders or 8th graders? Give me some kind of grade range there or age range. And your presentation is about how to read nonfiction. So I'm particularly looking for presentations that talk about how nonfiction reading is different from fiction reading. So you're going to talk about features like call-out boxes, indexes, glossaries, diagrams, why the table of contents is important, all of those other things that are present in a nonfiction book that you don't normally discover in a fiction book. Remember, we're talking about audiovisuals, maps, charts, graphs, all of those kinds of things. So do a short presentation that you would present to your students. And finally, from the 20 books that you read for the class, I'd like you to select your top 3. And then using the evaluative criteria for nonfiction from your children's or YA literature textbooks, write a formal paper explaining why these 3 books are outstanding examples of nonfiction for kids. The paper should be about 12 to 1500 words. It can be a little bit less. Please don't let it be any longer than that. So what I want is for you to tell me about 3 books that you read that were truly outstanding, and talk about those books in terms of why they're outstanding. What do they do well? You can also include in this why kids might like these books or how valuable they might be to a content area or curriculum. That's up to you. But I'm looking for these 3 assignments for the nonfiction work. Your Summer 1 due dates are right here. Annotated bibliography due June 18th. Your presentation the June 27th date. and your final essay June 24th. Notice that those two dates are out of order. There's a reason for that. You don't need to worry about it. Your summer 2 due dates. Your annotated bibliography is due July 23rd. The presentation July 28th, and the final essay July 31st. I've made these assignments due the latest I can in the semester and still get them graded, get feedback to you before the next one comes due, and get my grades entered by the end of the semester. I know it's going to be a push. I know you're going to be in a rush to get things done, and I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can do to make summer semesters any longer than they are. I hope if you have any questions after viewing this screencast that you'll get in touch with me. Let me know what those questions are and how I might help you be successful in class. Good luck.